At least there's 1 or 2 of you smiling now. Makes a change. I'm going to invite somebody up now that, for me, has lots of talents, and yet she denies them. And has told me that she denied them once or twice this last couple of weeks because she said, I don't know what to bring. So, somebody that does our notices every week. And that's a talent, believe you me. Remembering what the notices are is a talent, because I always forget. But not only she's talented in that, she keeps me in check. And she keeps 1 or 2 of us in check. And that's a real talent, and it's something we need in our church. I appreciate Hilary and her talents for that reason. And yet, over the last couple of weeks, she's been, I don't know what to bring because I don't know what my talents are. You know, I'm sure each one of us could stand up and say a different talent for Hilary, and she means a different thing to all of us. And it's the same for all of us, not just Hilary. I could say that about just about everybody in this building. So, Hilary, can we have our notices?
Now I'm all embarrassed. I'll get you back. So, this morning's notices. There's a service this evening at 7 o'clock. Yeah. Monday, there's all sorts happening. The shop's open from 9:30 to 2:30. There's a coffee shop's open from 10 till 2. The craft is on from 10 till 12. Helen said it's on, so yeah. And that takes place in the hall, is the craft. Daybreak on Tuesday, that's the lunch. The art group is on from 10 till 12. And then there's a service on Tuesday evening from 7:30 to 8:30. Wednesday, it's the Wednesday morning life group. That meets here at 10 o'clock in the room at the back, in the daybreak room. The other life group meets on the alternate Wednesday in the evening. So this is the morning one at 10 o'clock here. On Wednesday evening, it's the church meeting. I'll say that again. On Wednesday evening, it's church meeting, 7:30 here. It's quite important if you can come to that, please get here. There's things to discuss, things to vote on, so please get here if you can. The Keep Fit is on Thursday from 11:15 to 11:45. There's also the art rooms open. If anybody wants to come and do a bit of art, a bit of painting or whatever, that's open as well from 10 till 12 on Thursday. So come and do that, come and keep fit, and then come and have a cup of tea or a coffee and have a toasted tea cake and a natter. What more can you do on a Thursday? Come on. What else have you got to do? You're running about, aren't you? You're all running about doing everything. So that's then, and then on Friday, or Thursday evening, the school's on now, isn't it, Jonathan? Yeah, the school's back here on a Thursday evening. So if you're passing and you see a lot of cars and a lot of noise, we know what's going on. The school's on here on Thursday evening. If you want to know what that's about, have a word with Jonathan or Maria. They'll tell you what that's about. Maybe even Christine, they can tell you what that's about, what it's all about that. So have a word with somebody. On Friday, it's Parents and Tots. That's from 9:30 to, I think, about 11 o'clock, something like that. One other thing I need to mention. Has anybody got anything other than that I've said there? No? Is that okay? Alan Evans is in hospital at the moment. We know that. But he's coming here, hopefully, on the 10th of November. It's his birthday coming up in October, and he's 85. So that means it's 20 years since he left. Can you believe that? 20 years since he wasn't here. So he's coming here on that day, which is actually Remembrance Sunday anyway, and he's after a party. He wants a party. Now, he's going to pay for all the food and everything. So, oh, yeah, there's that as well. I'll do that in a minute. I'll do this important one. Yeah. So there's a party. So thing is, he wants people to come, as it's no good having a party if nobody's here. It's boring, isn't it, if you're on your own. So please, will you come, if you can? If you know people that used to come here and for whatever reason they're not here now, or they don't come, or they're somewhere else, or if they're around, will you let them know that it's on? Slightly more important than that, will you tell me? Because we've got to get somebody to cater. So we're going to need some ideas of numbers, okay? So we've got a few weeks to sort it. So if you can let me know, please, if you know how many people there might be coming. I'm not going to get a piece of paper because everybody forgets to write down on it. Please just come and tell me if you know, if you're coming, and if you know other people that are coming. Over the next few weeks, just let me know, and then we can organise, get the caterers in to do the catering for him. We'll make it a good do for him. We can do that, can't we? We're good at doing do's here, so we can do that. There is a letter I've just been given here. Glasses. Sam's over there, isn't he? Sam's over there. Sam, could you quickly just tell us what's happening regarding the... is that all right? And then I'll read this letter, if that's okay.
Yeah, so a quick update on Realise. They're currently without a contract to deliver adult education, which is the same for all adult education providers across West Yorkshire. The new contract started on the 1st of August, and they recommissioned all providers, and there was a smaller reduction in budget across the whole district. A provider that didn't get recommissioned because they didn't meet targets from last year appealed the decision that they didn't get a contract, which then meant the combined authority who do all the contracts redid the process. Realise came out on top again, and this provider again didn't get the contract. So they appealed the appeal, which has meant the West Yorkshire Combined Authority have currently stopped all adult education that's funded across the district whilst they look at their processes, which currently means that the top building is very quiet because there's no courses for adults. So as a church, we've got a letter that I think we're going to send.
This is the letter. It's on your behalf, so you need to know the letter. Because it's all to do with us. What happens at the back, it's part of this fellowship. The people that go there they're part of us. So, yeah, this is important. This is the letter that has gone to Tracy Brabin, who's the Mayor of West Yorkshire, and copied into Judith Cummins, the MP, and the councillors Matt Edwards, Ursula Sutcliffe and Celia Hickson. They're the Green Party, which are for this area. The letter still goes, Dear Mrs. Brabin, or Dear Miss Brabin, we are the leadership of Home URC, the church which rents out the building behind our sanctuary to Realise, and we are writing to you about our concerns around threats to their provision to our local community. We are copying in our local MP, Miss Judith Cummins, and the Green Party councillors for Tong Ward, as this affects their constituency. Realise have been operating out of the home centre for a couple of years now, and they have proved themselves to be a real answer to prayer and such a blessing to us all. Their values of positive support to anyone in the locality looking to improve their life chances are evident to us all. Their short-term courses, followed by a guaranteed interview on completion, has enabled many individuals in the area move from unwaged to waged when they hadn't believed anyone would employ them. Their courses, designed to prepare people to believe they could actually have a career in the police, schools and many other sectors, have been a real breath of fresh air in a community more used to stigma and being defined as a problem. It is hard to stress just how fundamental this shift in aspiration can be in a community like ours. We are writing to you now as the staff of the Bradford Hub say they do not currently have any funding for continuing their work in our community. We understand, Realise are continuing to operate in Kirklees and Calderdale, but staff in Bradford area are somewhat in limbo, having to turn away local people who have already plucked up considerable courage to step forward. Clearly, our heart is specifically for the community of Homewood, where God has called us to worship, whereas you have responsibilities to serve the whole of West Yorkshire equally. So we're not pleading for special treatment. God calls us to pray for those he has placed in position of responsibility. So we do pray for you and your team as you discharge your responsibilities. We know that there are insufficient funds for everything we would like in our communities, and that must be an onerous task to divide and oversee timely process to ensure fairness and transparency in all things, recognising that not all bids for funds can be successful and sometimes very difficult decisions have to be made. Our purpose in writing this letter is as a testimony to our appreciation of the Realise staff team who work tirelessly to bless our community, as well as to advocate for all the local people who value the opportunities this project provides. Many of us in our church actually live in the more fortunate areas close to our buildings, and because of this privilege, feel more able to write letters like this than many of the Realise students in Homewood. We know that you, that's the Mayor, and Judith Cummins are both very aware of all that Realise do, and consequently have been strong advocates for their Bradford hub here, recognising its role in delivering the growth we badly need. We want you both to know that we are grateful for this, whatever the outcome of this difficult process. May God richly bless you in all that you do. That letter stands for all of us. It comes from the leadership team, but it stands for all that in this church. So that's gone. And just hold them in your prayers, if you will. Like we know, we can't have special treatment, but it is a need. So just pray that the right decisions will be made in this. Put it back, John. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
You see, this letter was written by another lady that said to me, I don't know what to bring because I've no talents. You see, I couldn't have written this letter. It's not my talent. But the person whose talent it is did write it. Didn't you, Earl? Yeah. I knew you'd get embarrassed. But we've got to realise our talents. We've got to see what we can do through heaven's eyes. So this letter is going in our storehouse. Great talents that we've got that we don't recognise. We've got another great talent, and that's that we can worship. And we can sing praise to God. And so that's what we're going to do now. We're going to stand or sit or lie down. Do whatever you want where you feel comfortable worshipping God. It doesn't matter whether you stood up, sat down, knelt down, laying on the floor. Just do what God calls you to do. But worship him. Amen.